Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best monitor for Xbox and PS5. Starting at number 5. ViewSonic Omni XG2431. If you're on a tight budget, there are a few lower resolution options you can choose from with great gaming performance. The ViewSonic XG2431 is an impressive gaming monitor with a smaller 24-inch screen and lower 1080p resolution than the LG 27 GP850B, so it doesn't deliver the same immersive GA. Although it has a max refresh rate of 240 Hz, this is only beneficial if you're also going to use it for PC gaming on the side. For gaming with the PS5, it has an incredible response time at 120 Hz and remains quick at 60 Hz for smooth motion. Unlike even more expensive monitors, it has a customizable backlight strobing feature that lets you adjust the flicker to your liking, helping reduce persistence blur. Coming at number 4. LG 27 GP850B Ultragear. If you still find the Gigabyte M32U too expensive and want to save money without being on a necessarily tight budget, then the LG 27 GP850B is a good choice. If you have trouble finding it through retailers, you can also get it directly through LG's website, and as you go down in price, you also lose out on features as it has a lower 1440p resolution than the Gigabyte, so images aren't as sharp. Also, it doesn't have HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, so you can't play 4K games at 120 frames per second. It downscales 4K images from the PS5, which results in a sharper image than a native 1440p signal, but you're limited to a 60 Hz refresh rate with that. If you want a faster refresh rate, you would have to play 1080p or 1440p games. Unfortunately, it doesn't support HDMI 4M VRR, which is the VRR format that the PS5 uses, so you'll see screen tearing in some games. However, that's expected for a 1440p monitor as HDMI 4M VRR is a feature of HDMI 2.1. Besides that, you still get excellent gaming performance as motion looks incredibly smooth, even with low frame rate signals, and it has low input lag for a responsive gaming experience. At number 3. Gigabyte M32U 32-inch. If you want a mid-range monitor for cheaper, consider the Gigabyte M32U. It doesn't have the same proprietary features as the Sony Inzone M9, like auto HDR tone mapping, and it has a worse edge-lit local dimming feature. But that's normal if you want to get something cheaper as you have to sacrifice the picture quality. Still, it's excellent for gaming with a fast response time when gaming at 120 Hz. It means your favorite games look crystal clear with very little blur behind fast-moving objects. It also has low input lag, ensuring a responsive gaming experience. It's fully compatible with everything the PS5 offers, supporting up to 4K at 120 Hz gaming thanks to its HDMI 2.1 bandwidth. It has wide viewing angles, so you can easily share your screen with someone else, and the stand has a good range of ergonomic adjustments. It looks good in bright rooms, with good peak brightness and decent reflection handling. However, its dark room performance is limited due to its low contrast ratio, and if that's important to you, consider the Gigabyte M32U, which is extremely similar and has a higher contrast, but it has worse motion handling. Number 2 of my list. Sony Inzone M9 4K. If you don't want to spend a ton of money on the Samsung Odyssey Neo G8 S32B G85 but still want a high-end monitor, check out the Sony Inzone M9. You don't get the same remarkable picture quality as the Samsung because it lacks mini LED backlighting and a high contrast ratio, so while it isn't as good for darkroom gaming, its full array local dimming feature is still alright. However, what makes this great for the PS5 is that it's a Sony product with a few features that only the PS5 can use, like auto HDR tone mapping, which optimizes the HDR performance and settings based on the game. Even its design shares similarities with the PS5, so it will look great on your desk next to the console. In terms of its gaming performance, it has a great response time at 120 Hz, and it's also good at 60 Hz for smooth motion handling. It also has low input lag for a responsive feel and VRR support to reduce screen tearing. As expected, it works without issue with the PS5 as it has 2 ports with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth for high frame rate gaming on the console. And number 1. Samsung 32-inch Odyssey Neo. The Samsung LS32B G8 52nx is the best monitor for PS5 that we've tested. It's a fantastic gaming monitor with low input lag and an excellent response time, ensuring a smooth, responsive gaming experience with almost no blur behind fast-moving objects. The PS5 can't take full advantage of its incredibly fast 240 Hz refresh rate, but with its HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, you can play 4K games up to 120 frames per second on the PS5 without issue. When gaming at 120 Hz, this monitor delivers a fantastic gaming experience, with almost no noticeable blur in busy scenes and incredibly low input lag. Its variable refresh rate support also works with the PS5 to reduce screen tearing. The standout feature of this monitor is its impressive mini LED backlighting and high contrast ratio, so your games look great in dark rooms. HDR content looks great, as the decent full-array local dimming system helps it deliver bright highlights right next to deep blacks, with very little blooming around bright objects in dark scenes. It also displays a wide range of colors and, combined with its high peak brightness, those colors look vivid in HDR. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.